Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is your boy, Real B-Mont. Now, my boy, Senor Wapo, he's traveling the world, doing all kind of stuff, making it happen. So I'm going to hold it down for you this week on Jesus for Gents. Thank you for tuning in and turning up with us. Now, since my boy, Senor Wapo, could not make it today, we have a stylist like no other. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you CharmedByRucker. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? CharmedByRucker is in the building today. She's gonna be filling in for my boy K-Laws. Miss Rucker, how are you?
I'm great.
Just great. Just not.
I'm great.
Good. Well, you know what?
We're
I'm glad you're here today. You were here on the show with us a little while back, man, and we. Senor Wapo and I were like, look, we got to have her back. So I'm definitely glad that you are here getting some of your expertise today. Mm-hmm. Now, tell me, what's new with you right now? Last time we talked to you, you gave us a lot of great insight, a lot of different things that were happening, a lot of different things are popping. Tell me what's going on with you right now.
Wow. Well, we're almost completed the website.
Okay.
So that's really big for me. Mm-hmm. So we'll actually do the official launch of my business after we get done with the website, and then I'm writing a book.
Oh.
So I'm really excited.
So what is the book about?
You have to read it.
I mean, you can't give us like a teaser of, okay, these are the topics that I'm focusing on. Well, but you need to read the book in order to get the rest.
You know, it has nothing to do with fashion.
Okay.
So it's all about me.
Wow.
You know, and me sharing my life experiences to help someone else. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
There's a lot more to the story, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
All right, so now that you told us a little bit about what's going on, now we were talking about you being a stylist last time and what that entails and different types of clientele that you reach. So tell me a little bit more about when somebody is saying, you know, either I need a stylist or I possibly would like to become a stylist. You know, the first thing that people think of is pricing.
Right.
And how I don't even know if I can afford a stylist, or somebody's like, if I'm becoming a stylist, how do I set my pricing? What does that look like? So being that we have an actual stylist in the building, I would like for you to tell me a little bit about how maybe that works for you, or you don't have to tell us your exact pricing, but like what goes into the psyche behind that?
What I think you should do is always do your research and do your homework. And if you do that, then you'll see kind of where the median is of what other stylists, you know, what they charge hourly, or, you know, how they put their packages together. What I definitely would do is I wouldn't always go for the highest number, you know, because those stylists obviously are probably celebrity stylists. They've been in the industry much longer than you. So starting off, I think you should always do your research, you know, get different things and go different places to
when you say your research,
information.
when you say your research, as far as the different stores or styles of clothes that you would like to use, and
Right.
and the pricing
And
of those items?
when I say research, when we're talking about pricing, as in what you're going to charge others for your services, I think that you should research other stylists. So I mean, you can Google them, you can look at other stylists that maybe are you like them, whatever the case may be. I think you should do your homework and get into the industry. It's as simple as Google. Hey, what exactly is the price, the common price for or the average price for a stylist, and you can do that. And then I think you should always probably, as an entry stylist, go with the smallest number. So as you build your clientele, then you'll be able to say, hey, this is my set price, and of course,
let people see what you're capable of as well at first. Now speaking of letting people see what you're capable of, tell me, in your opinion, why is it necessary to have a stylist?
Wow.
I know why, because I see some people on television or just walking up down the street, and I'm like, clearly.
Well, some people, it's just we're creative, so we already have it, and every different people are creative in different things. I'm really well with putting clothes together, and then there are some other people. It's all a form of art. They can draw well. So I think that having that gift, some people just don't have it. So
they think it looks good.
Yeah, or and maybe you're getting ready to go to an event,
right,
and you kind of want to look like something.
Right.
So I mean, there's different reasons why. Some people have stylists that go from season to season. People that have a little bit more money. So you got a stylist that get your summer wear, and then you have a stylist to get your winter wear. But for the average person, I would think that you would get a stylist usually for events.
Right.
So.
That sounds good.
That's usually what
that sounds
it is.
good. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a stylist, first of all, CharmedByRucker is here. If you don't live in Houston area, she will travel. But if you are in another area, make sure that you're checking out, like, first of all, your wardrobe to see if it's something that you would like to entertain. And then like she said, do your research. Yes. If you're looking for a stylist, you want to become a stylist, do your research. See what it would possibly entail to have one or to become one, because you may be like CharmedByRucker and you know how to put some stuff together, and you never really thought, hey, man, I could actually make some money doing this and enjoy making other people look better. So check it out. Thank you for that research. Thank you for that expertise. We're going to get into our first segment today. Now, this is something that we've kind of touched on a few different times, and I would love to get your spin, your take on this. And I would love for us to go ahead and start talking about none other than the GQ Man of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Mr. Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. What do you think about that, first of all, as it relates to them picking him to be Citizen of the Year?
Well, my opinion about the entire, movement is a little bit controversial.
Tell me why. Tell me what you mean.
I kind of felt like, that Colin maybe have taken offense that, him being in the league, with not playing or whatever. And I know that, he took a stand for us, but I just felt that we shouldn't bully the owners into signing him, So I think that, we all have, our preferences, and you take a stand for what you want to take a stand for, but there are also things that come with that and consequences. So what I wasn't with was when people were saying, hey, they should sign him for whatever reason, and I think that that's solely up to them, and if that's, we want to make decisions like that, then we should buy teams, and then we could, So I mean, I'm not saying that what he didn't do wasn't it was a very stand-up-ish thing for us, in taking a stand for us, but we also know that when we take a stand, not all the time is going to be in our favor. And now he did get a lot of things, from that, a lot of support. Obviously, GQ and other, an amazing outpour of support. So I think that now, since we've taken that stand, are we still wanting to say, I want to be in the league? Hey, well, but if the owners feel like that you're not worth it, that's solely up to them. We have to respect that.
And there's a lot of people that may possibly feel the way you feel, and that's why this article is interesting, because some people may know or some may not, but he was on GQ about 4 years ago. Just that was when he was probably at the pinnacle of his career at that time. He took his team to the Super Bowl. I mean, he had a lot going on. I was a little frustrated because he beat my Falcons at the time. I was living in Atlanta, so that was a heart-wrenching game. But he had a lot going for him, and he's like this quarterback that almost came out of nowhere, and everybody's like, oh, Colin Kaepernick, man, he's doing his thing. So he was on GQ back then, and they wanted to highlight and celebrate him. But now he's on there, like you were saying, because of all his philanthropic efforts, everything that's going on. And it's so crazy what you said. You were saying like it's up to the owners. They can decide what they want to do. And the article was actually highlighting. It was saying that right now there are approximately 90 quarterbacks in the NFL, whether they're playing, whether they're reserves, whatever. There's 90, and it went on to say that Colin Kaepernick, right now, even with him not playing all this time, he is better than about 70 of them.
Right.
And so people are looking at his actual talent, his actual skill, and they're frustrated because they're feeling like he's being punished for standing up what he believed in.
Yeah.
He's standing up for what he believes is right. And the narrative has been changed so much.
Yeah, it has.
Because Colin initially, whether people know it or not, he sat down. He didn't even kneel at first. He was like, until there's attention being brought to all these innocent black men being killed by police officers and not getting any justice. They're not getting any jail time. Nothing's happening whatsoever. I'm actually going to just not do anything.
Right. And
it brought so much attention to it that somebody that was in the reserves, I think he was an ex-Navy SEAL or something like that, a Green Beret, he actually said, can I have a conversation with you? Can I sit down and have a talk? And Colin met with the guy. And the guy talked to him about the guys that he's seen killed on the battlefield. He talked to them about what that flag meant to them and how emotional that was. And every time the national anthem was played. And Colin talked about his side. And they both kind of came to an understanding of where each other was coming from. And the guy made a suggestion. He said, so let me ask you this. Why wouldn't you consider kneeling? He said, I get what you're trying to do, and you're standing up for your rights. You have the right to protest. You have the right to do that.
Okay.
But I would love to see, what about you kneel instead of just sit down altogether? And Colin was like, you know what? I'll do that. And
that's where the movement began.
And that's when it's people. A lot of people don't even know that aspect of the story. That Colin, he's not just some guy like, hey, I'm just going to come up here. I don't care.
I never got that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he really did that. And so the article was talking about that. And then it was also talking about the fact that when I was reading it earlier, it was saying that they were highlighting and talking to about 10 of his closest friends about different stuff as it related to the movement. So you got people like J. Cole, Harry Belafonte, what's the writer's name? DuVernay, that does she does the show on Oprah's network. Queen Sugar, the director. I know her last name, DuVernay. Yeah, she was. They're talking to all these different people about what's going on, and the whole something else that I thought was kind of cool about the ad was it was kind of like paying homage to back in the '60s when Muhammad Ali, he kind of took a stand towards the Vietnam War. Right. So the outfits and the clothes kind of had a lot to do with that.
That was very
I thought from a fashion standpoint, what did you think about that?
I loved it. Like I said, I mean, I love everything that he's doing. I just, I'm a firm believer in, when we stand up, you stand up. It has a lot to do with honesty too, and integrity. Yeah. And when you have that, not a lot of times, people will identify that, and you won't always win. Yeah. But you absolutely win long term. Yeah. In the end, you win. Yeah. But in the beginning, people don't.
It's gonna be terrible.
It gets a little because it's a whole lot different now. Honesty, integrity, and people standing up for what's right is not really what people are publicizing. So
people don't see it, but Colin Kaepernick has a dopeness to him that will be represented or seen probably in the years to come. But right now, it's kind of people don't know how to take it. Speaking of dopeness, ladies and gentlemen, this portion of the show is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside their fears, like we were just talking about, and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com. And use coupon code DOPE for 10% off of exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now, Sizes are selling out fast. That's crazy. In the ad here, it says they want to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears. And I feel like there are a lot of people that possibly in the NFL agree with Colin Kaepernick, but they're afraid of exactly what's happening to him. The article goes on to speak about how he's being blackballed simply because of his beliefs. And there's a fear that if I stand up for what I believe in, then that might affect, number one, my livelihood, my money, how people look at me. Yeah. I mean, I know you made reference earlier to him being out for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
I feel like, honestly, the longer he's out, the more awareness he's bringing to his cause.
And now that I think about it, that we're discussing it, I think, maybe that's you have a different calling. Sometimes we set out to do some things, and you sitting out and everything just kind of came into where now you're like, over this movement, and people are looking at you, and you're like this mentor of what's going on.
Yeah.
So why not embrace that? Maybe have a foundation, and I know that you get, he has a widespread of support.
Yeah.
So why even worry about going back to the league?
Well, you know what it's doing too? It's allowing people to understand that it's so much bigger than football, and not even just from the standpoint of what he's trying to do as it relates to the police officers and not just the police officers and the innocent victims being killed.
Right.
But I think just bringing a call to being a black man in America, standing up for what you believe in.
Yeah.
I feel like he's setting a bigger example outside of the exact reason as to why he's doing it, just to the call of, think about in the 60s and 50s. At that point, we had no other choice but to revolt. We had no other choice but to protest. We had no other choice but to somehow try to make our voices heard.
We've come a long
and we
way.
did an amazing job at it.
We did.
We had so many leaders that used to stand up. But right now, where are they at?
No.
Everybody wants to talk about the millennials.
Yeah.
Where are they at right now?
I think that, like you said, back then it had got to the point where it was just like, if we don't do it, we'll forever be here, and so now we've gotten comfortable because we enjoy a lot of those freedoms that other people have fought for, that we don't say, well, we're going to pass the torch from generation to generation to make sure that we keep those freedoms. We've kind of gotten laxed, and you know how our generation is, now everything is just kind of about music and just kind of getting the Jordans and everything is just kind of cool,
my God.
But back when, our mother's generation, they were still about family and morals and, getting your education. So, all of that have a lot to do with it. We've changed a lot. Back then, it was a lot of tough people and everybody was kind of on one accord. Now we're so divided. And I think that's the reason why it's so hard for us to get somewhere, because, you can't slap each other, and then when somebody else of a different color come and slap it, then we want to jump on you. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of people that, we want to share what's going on, and everybody gives their opinion. And speaking of sharing and what's going on, we want to say what's up to all of our Facebook friends, everybody that's checking us out on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of the movement and what we have going on here. We want you to continue to watch us on Facebook, continue to share this. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to subscribe, all right? We want you to subscribe to all our shows on all the major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. We want your feedback. We want to know how we can become a better talk show host. We want to be better topics. Everything that you want to give us as it relates to what you want to see, go ahead and tell us that. Also, share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends. Share. Click that button. And last but not least, donate. Donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every single week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate. I'm all over the place today. www.thesphere.tv/donate. All right. Thank you so much to our Facebook friends. We're getting ready to get out of here real soon, but make sure you share. Click that share button.
Share.
Speaking of share, social media, I also feel like that has a lot to do with where we are today, because the younger generation they get so caught up in social media and what's important. And I feel like really, when I was reading the article and I was looking at, I love the clothes, everything was dope, but I love the message behind it, and I love the fact that GQ decided to do this right now, because they could have put a lot of other people on that cover, and gave somebody else the Citizen of the Year, and I think that says a lot about them for being able to do that, and it's bringing more awareness. Like you said, the more he's out, it brings more awareness. The more articles and stuff like this, it brings more awareness.
It does.
I tell students all the time when I'm talking to different students, I'll tell the story about like a greyhound. There was a greyhound that one day he just decided to stop racing, and so the new owner of the greyhound, he asked the greyhound, he's like, "Hey, what happened, man? You got tired?" He was like, because greyhounds can talk, and the greyhound was like, "No, I didn't get tired. I still got a lot left." He's like, "Well, did you not win a lot of races or anything?" And he was like, "No, I pretty much won most of the races that I ran." He's like, "So I mean, what was it? Why did you just decided to quit?" And the greyhound was like, "You know what? After all these years of racing, I finally realized that the rabbit we were chasing was never real." And I feel like so many of us are just chasing so much these dreams, these ideas, these people, whatever it is that we're chasing. A lot of times it's not even real. We get caught up in the fantasy of certain things.
And I think that's what it is. I think that now everybody want to be famous and everybody want to be wealthy and rich. And I tell people all the time that, with that comes responsibility. To much is given, much is required.
It takes a long time to become an overnight success.
Yeah, and what people don't understand is that the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's and people like that, what they want and long for the most is just to be, still have all the money and all of the success, but to walk in the mall without people going crazy and nuts. They really want their privacy, you know. And I always say that, I was always comfortable with working, behind the scenes. Like, I love to help other people make their dreams come true, and of course, and that's what I would love to get paid to do. I never wanted to be the face of anything. I never wanted to have my own business because of that. And the reason being is because I'm such a private person, I'm an open book, to help anybody, but I'm also private. So, all of that goes out the window. You have to, self-disclosure is big. You have to do a lot of things that, when I get home, I'm just like a bookworm, and I just kind of like, watch TV.
Off to yourself.
And just like hang out in my house, you know? So, but, when you're out, you have to smile, and you have to, meet and greet, and you have to do the business cards, and you have to talk to people,
that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
The next generation, they don't really understand the dynamics behind networking and what that really looks like. It's not just somebody following you on Instagram and liking your stuff. No, that's really good. So once again, shout out to GQ for representing Colin Kaepernick as the Citizen of the Year. I think that's really dope on a couple of different fronts. So Colin Kaepernick, we salute you for all that you're doing and what you have going on. And I hope this is a call to action to other leaders in the community to stand up for what you believe in, stand up what you believe is right, especially as it relates to being a gentleman in your community. That's what gentlemen were known for doing back in the day, where they were constantly standing up for what was right. So, shout out to GQ once again. Colin Kaepernick, do your thing. So moving on, now that we have Miss CharmedByRucker in the building.
I'm here.
Senor Wapo and I, we always talk about different things that we like or don't like, or what we would want, or what we would want to see in fashion, or all these other things, right? But we're guys, right? So that's coming from a man's perspective. Right. But since we have a lady in the building.
I am a lady.
I would love to know, or just tell me what you think about style. Or like if you could give us, I know we asked you a couple of different, like, give us 5 this, give us 5 that. So tell me a little bit about style and what women want. Because I can tell you what a man wants, but you tell me from a woman's perspective. What do women want?
I will say this, and this is just my opinion. If it was my man, so if I had a man, this is just what I would want. But
Fellas,
I think
she's single. By
I
the way.
am single. But I would say that what guys don't understand, and I think that with fashion, everything, is mostly pushed toward the physical,
What do you mean?
in terms of what am I going to wear, clothing and accessories and all that. And I think that we
That's good.
forget. I
That's-
think that we forget that, you know, fashion comes with a lot more. It comes with hygiene.
Hey,
You know, if
you
have
better
a beard.
speak it.
I'm gonna
You
say for
better
me,
speak it.
for a woman, for
You better
me,
speak it.
you know, I'm a big cologne girl.
Yeah.
I get weak.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite cologne
What is
is
your
for a
what
man is
what is-
Invictus.
Really?
I love Invictus.
Really?
Yes.
I did not expect you to say that. All right, what are your top
Absolutely.
3? Invictus, what else?
The new Coach. Coach have a new one, and then I think Sean John Unforgivable.
Yeah,
That's always
you can't
going to
go wrong
be
with
one of
that.
those.
Yeah, we
But
were talking about cologne, perfumes and colognes last week, and I think
I love it.
Kaylin mentioned one of my favorites, Tom Ford Noir. Another one.
I don't think that can beat Invictus.
I think he said.
I haven't-
Did he say Issey Miyake? Like
No.
from back in the day, like
I would
college
not
days?
allow you to do him like
That's
that in his
so-
absence.
I believe
Because
he said that.
Issey
I
Miyake
believe he said
need
that.
to be thrown
I
away.
believe he said that. I don't know.
But,
we have to go back to the tape.
Yeah, I think hygiene is big. And I know it's weird, but another thing that I like, you know, for men, I like really good smelling deodorant. So I like the
Would
Dove.
you go and pick your man? Would you go and buy him some deodorant? Like, let's say he
I
had
would
a
go
deodorant.
from head to toe.
Listen, let's say he had a deodorant. Like you were dating this guy, right?
Right.
And
Oh, we're serious.
do you
if
have
I'm
a
gonna go
deodorant
shopping
that you
for it.
don't like in particular? Like you a certain one, like an Old Spice or a Degree?
Yeah, I'm not
or
really.
a-
You know, I really probably would have to stand there and probably smell them. I
Would
know
you-
off the top of my head,
Just
I
being
really
close,
like.
if it's what is it? What do they call this season? It's cuddle season. What is it? It's
I guess.
because the weather's
The
changing and all this
weather,
other
yeah.
stuff. So if y'all are sitting on the couch, you know what I'm saying, watching a
What
movie,
would I
he's
want
got.
him to
So
wear?
you would kind of get a
Yeah.
whiff of whatever deodorant he's
I
wearing.
would smell it.
So
I
if
like
you
it.
didn't like it, what would you go buy him then? Do you have a particular deodorant?
Yeah, I like Dove.
Because everybody's pH balance is
I like
different.
Dove.
Dove
Yeah.
for men.
The green one.
Okay.
They have a green one.
Okay.
And it smells so good.
So the first one is cologne. You would definitely
Oh,
get him
God,
some
yes.
Invictus.
Invictus.
And the second thing is
I get him that Dove.
his pH balance got to be on point.
Oh yeah.
Dove.
Anybody that I'm dating going, I don't really have to probably, you know, being a stylist, I just really don't think that I would have to go in depth. But I would get a little obsessed. Like
I was about to say, I would hope.
every time I'm shopping, I would get them. Yeah, I love stuff like that.
I would hope that they would represent themselves in a good
Oh
manner.
yeah.
And
And you'd have to represent me too. I'm a stylist, so if I'm cute, you
But
gotta
that's
be
so
handsome.
funny because most people don't, like you said, they think it's all physical. They don't
It's not,
think
yeah.
it
You-
has something to do with.
you
know.
gotta be confident.
Yeah.
Like I'm attracted
It's
to.
hard to be confident and you musty.
I'm attracted to arrogant men.
Huh?
I mean, a healthy amount of arrogance.
Okay.
I love men that are, you know, when you walk into a room, you own it. That power, men of power, men, you know, successful men. And necessarily, if you are successful, then you already come with all the things that I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
Because obviously, but that I mean, I think that is the biggest thing, you know, that everything with fashion, it does not necessarily mean.
So you like it when a man walks in the room and everything, his
Soon as
aura
he walk
speaks for
in.
himself.
As soon as he walk in, and I'm sitting in over to the side because I'm kind of, you know, and
You
I'm
play
like,
the role, but yeah.
like, jeez,
Look, so
don't
man,
you start.
a lot of people, you know, it takes a lot to own something and just be
Yeah.
able to broadcast and advertise who they are because they don't have that personality. So we're gonna get back into that a little bit more. But right now, I would like to let you all know that this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you looking to start your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world or to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content and delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every single time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. All right, so we were talking about, you know, some of the things that you say are must-haves that a woman wants. You know, the first one was hygiene, as it relates to your cologne. You know, you just, you know.
I mean, hygiene.
What about his normal body scent? Some guys, I mean, their body wash or whatever it is that they use, are you attracted to just like a natural scent on somebody?
So you asking me, am I attracted to musk?
No, I'm not. Some people just have a natural
Oh.
scent, like after they're out the shower without.
I mean, of
putting on
course
the
you
cologne
you have
and
the
this and
scent
that.
of the body wash.
Because
So
you're not
yeah,
gonna always
absolutely.
want cologne.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you take a couple swigs of Invictus at any time, I'm gonna be okay with that. But I mean, if you just getting out of the shower, obviously, and we're just kind of lounging around the house,
Yeah.
I'm imagining,
Right.
then
Right.
yeah, cool.
So you've heard. All right, so we got the cologne, we got the deodorant, Dove in the green bottle. Number 3, what was number 3?
Confidence.
Confidence. Now explain that confidence to me, because that could be, some people's confidence can be misconstrued as arrogance. And you made a statement before. You said it's you got to have the right amount of arrogance.
I love arrogance. I think arrogance, wearing that is great. That's just like me, I've been told that I'm a prideful woman, for me to be a woman, I have an excessive level of pride.
So what is the right amount of arrogance then? I think it applies to each person is different. Everybody has their own. That's like what may be enough for you. Somebody like, girl, that's too much for me. I would have slapped him a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when I say the right amount of arrogance, it means that it's not to the point to where it is, it becomes, too much. And when it's too much, you don't want to be too arrogant, but I'm saying that when you have that level of confidence and you have the arrogance, you can put on anything and make it look good. You can put on a t-shirt and some joggers and some sneakers, and you walk in a room.
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, that's. I'm just saying what kind of man I would want. And that's what
It's funny you said that. I was looking at an Instagram post the other day, and I think the caption was "What I love about black men," and it was all these different women saying just. Somebody said, I love the way a black man commands the attention when he walks in the room. I love the way a black man does this. You know what I'm saying? They were saying all these different things. And as a black man, hearing all these different women saying that, I was like, man, that made me feel good to hear people say that. You know what I'm saying?
It's real.
It's real. And it's true. We do carry a certain we carry a certain stigma as it relates to how the world sees us.
Yeah.
But we forget that we also carry a certain stigma as to how our own people and our women and the people that are close to us see us too, and we need to be reminded of the positive more than we are the negative. So I really kind of like what you're saying right now, because these could be overlooked, but they're definitely something that's necessary. All right, so number 4, what you got for us?
Well, we talked about the level of arrogance. That would be, number 4.
Okay.
It comes with egotism, pride. That would be your self-importance. It's kind of like the synonym for that.
So what would be a turnoff as it relates to that? Like, because you're telling me what you like.
Okay, so what would be a
certain
turnoff
level of arrogance, certain level of
is that if
cockiness.
the arrogance come to the point to where it becomes a problem in your life,
where you feel like you know everything.
For an example, if you're in relationship, right, you're so lifted up that you can't apologize when you're wrong or something like that. That's too much.
Yeah.
Just come on
down. Yeah.
Right.
Humble yourself.
So so I mean, and that would be number 4. Number 5 would be ambition. Where are you going? What are your goals? I date, older men. So a lot of them are already, secured. So with me being up and coming, it's a lot of pushing going on.
When you say older men, you mean Social Security benefits or?
No, they probably look the same as you. Black don't crack.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm 62.
So, they may
I'm
be
62.
older, but they look good.
Yeah.
But they're already secured. So there's no sleeping. There's no slacking. Steph. So what's going on? What we doing? Are we writing?
They're not gonna be the ones that's like, oh, what we're gonna do today? They'll have something planned for you.
They're gonna be
like, hey,
firm.
here's what's gonna happen. Meet me at this time.
Gotta be a firm man.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
And that pushing, I think, is very attractive to a woman too. What are we writing? Did we write today? Oh, so we're writing the book. We wrote today. Oh, we did. Okay, great.
So you're saying you had somebody pushing you, helping you write your book? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that now.
Okay.
I'm saying if I was
I'm not
dating
gonna get
someone,
you in trouble.
if I was dating someone, that's what I would want.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Oh God.
All right, so here we go. Number 6.
Number 6 is character.
What
It's
do you
a
mean?
big
What do
part.
you mean by that?
Big character is big for me. How do you treat people? It's like probably the most important part. I would date pretty much. I mean, looks and all that. all
looks
that
looks
out the window.
fade. Looks fade.
But how your character is everything to me.
And how do you as a woman go and judge somebody's character, especially if you're trying to get to know them?
Right.
What are for you telltale signs that you can kind of see what kind of character they have, what kind of person this is?
I believe that I think the biggest way that I would see with people that are dishonest instantly, as soon as
Is this something that you just feel?
yeah,
or
I can always feel it, because I'm an honest individual. So as soon as I feel that you're not an honest person, then I know automatically there's a question mark for your character, because I feel that any confident man, any man that is his fashion is on point.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about him, he's firm. We talked about the self-importance.
Mm-hmm.
He has no reason to lie.
Yeah.
Men are the strength.
Yeah.
So what we say, look, this is when you come into a man's world, this is how I do my stuff. This is how I run my show. And either you can get with the program or you can. I mean, that's what guys were made for.
Is that what you're saying? So, that's good. That's good that you're saying this. So you believe if a man is all these things that you were saying 1 through 5 so far, it will show up in his character, like you said, because he will have no reason to lie.
Right.
And you said when you show up in a man's world, basically this is you're adapting to how things are already going. So where does healthy compromise coming? Because I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean,
and
but
there are
I'm
a lot
saying-
of men that are doing what you said, but I feel like today's modern woman, that's not gonna fly with her.
Well,
She's gonna feel like, look, I know you got your world over here, but
Right.
look, this is our world now, and we're gonna have to.
I
mean,
probably-
I think you open
no,
up
I
something
probably could fall into that line, of women. But I love a firm man. So if he lay down a law and let me know, I would love for you to tell me up front, than for me to get halfway down the road. Because at that point it turns into manipulation. It turns into I tell her
see
that
at the beginning, if you're able to manipulate a man, like if you're able to, he doesn't stand too firm, and you'll give him just enough to make him feel like.
But I couldn't be with him.
I know you couldn't, but you can see that right away,
Yeah.
right? You can be like, oh, I
He
know
gotta
after
go.
a while he gonna.
Yeah, we ain't
it's
gonna
be
make it
too much.
Yeah, we
He
ain't gonna
let me
make
push
it. I
all
gotta
over.
have somebody that's gonna say, hey.
All right now.
We going to eat at Papa Do's, and that's just where it's going
Or
to be.
they're gonna be like, hey, that's enough.
Yes, sir.
That's the last word.
Yes, sir.
I actually had somebody tell me one time, it's like, I actually don't mind if my man low key chokes me a little bit now.
I don't
like,
want you to
I
choke
was
me.
like, okay,
I'm too cute for that.
Yeah, she's like, just give me a line a little. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
but
I don't
you
know
know,
what you've
to kind of let me
experienced.
have my way a little bit, and then say, hey.
Make you feel like you whatever, but at the
Yeah,
end
but
of the day,
I think that's a very big part of.
I've always asked the question: Is it better to be loved or understood? Think about that before you answer. Is it better to be loved by someone or understood by someone? And I'll tell you.
I think that you don't think that love and understanding kind of fuses?
No. Because
So
you
you
can
think that you only
listen.
can have
Somebody
one or the
can
other?
love you. Somebody can love you,
But
right?
not understand you.
But not
You know
understand
what? I think
you.
that probably is me then.
They could
little
love.
weird.
They could love your dirty draws and
Yeah, I'm a
your
little
teeth
weird.
before they brushed, right? but still not understand you,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But to me,
That's
that's a tough one.
Yeah, because if they understand you,
Because
then
we
you
always
feel
say
like
we always want to be loved, like we're supposed to be loved.
I just wanna
and
be
I get
loved.
it, love.
Yeah, you just go, yeah.
And I feel like we misconstrue or put a lot of emphasis on that word love. Anyway, okay?
yeah.
So you can be loved by
Right.
someone deeply,
And they don't.
still not be understood. Just because you love something or someone does not mean you completely understand it.
Right.
But on the flip side, if you truly understand somebody, like you get them, like if you keep saying this,
Right.
I'm gonna end up doing this.
Yeah.
Or when I get home, have this done. I
Yeah.
fuss about the same stuff.
Yeah.
And like especially if you've been with somebody for a long time,
But,
I feel like there's no room for not being able to not understand somebody. Now, don't get me wrong. We all grow. We all evolve.
what I'm
we
saying.
all change. But if you have a level of understanding for not only who that person was, currently is, and who they can become, then I feel like understanding them and loving them are interchangeable because you understand this
Yeah.
person fully, and so
That comes with time.
And the more you continue to choose to be with them, whether it's something that you hate that they do or love that you do, you still understand what they need when they need it. And when I mean understanding, I mean your man walking in, and without him having to open his mouth, you can understand or tell what kind of day he's had. And you know whether he needs you to rub his neck or you know whether, hey, but you know what I'm saying? Like there are certain times, everybody argues, but there's going to be certain days where if you understand your man, it's going to be like, and vice versa. I'm not just saying this is a woman's, subservient responsibility.
Absolutely.
But if you understand your significant other, there's going to have to be those days where you like, look, today I even though I'm upset about this or whatever, I'm gonna let them have it because I really sense that there's an underlying issue as to why they're making a big deal about this. So let this go for now and pick another battle later. That's what I mean by understand.
Well, I think it comes with time, and I think that with the relationships that I've been in, you got to be around me for a long time to understand me. I'm big on communication because I am a communications major. It's my education. So I'm able to probably, learn a little bit more about them at a faster rate because body language and different things that I'm taught to look at. So, but with me, because, I'm really private. So I deal with a lot of things internal. Right. You have to kind of be around me for a long time to kind of see certain things. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so once you do that, so I think that, understanding someone is the inevitable. You get to dealing with somebody, 2 and 3 years, then you kind of know that, she like to get her hair sewed in twice a month. I mean, it's just some things you just kind of.
But some people may not be able to afford that. And if that is you, this portion of the show is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% now, that's more than 77 million Americans. Don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Please, please, please don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary financial personal strategy today. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463, or you can email them at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Say that fast 3 times. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services.
Houston Housewives of Finance.
That's got a nice ring to it, right?
That's amazing.
That's got a nice ring to it.
That's great.
So I don't know if finance is on your list. We're going to keep going, but if it's not, fellas,
that comes with, I mean, there's no, for a man, your confidence is automatically up there when you are succeeding in life.
Of course.
I don't even think you should be trying to,
What if no? Okay, I'm gonna do a Insecure reference. Issa Rae. What's the dude's name? That's on Insecure.
I haven't watched it.
What is the guy's name on Insecure? Anyway, the tall, slim guy that Issa was dating. I forgot his name. But he was going through a little season. While they were dating.
Seasons are different.
He was trying to figure it out. He had a game plan of what he wanted to do, but it just wasn't happening quick enough.
Right.
And Issa was kind of getting a little frustrated because not only is a man's confidence attached to his finances and money and things like that, because you could be the most confident man in the world, but when you down sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think Issa's kind of was getting frustrated, and I feel like a lot of women, they're not only is a man's confidence tied to his frustration, but a woman's confidence in her man is tied to finances a lot of times.
I mean, it'll break your heart to see a man, and you with the right one, and the love is really there. You go get 3 jobs to make sure he got what he needs. You know what I mean?
Say that because I feel like if what you just said, if you got the right one,
if you got the right
and
one,
you see the potential in him,
I'm gonna ride with mine.
Like everybody's looking for that
I'm
made
a
guy.
I'm a ride with mine.
That overnight celebrity.
If we got $1 million, if we got 1 cent, we gonna rock out. So I mean, I've been in a relationship before where we had it all, and then he came and said, "Hey, you're gonna have to wear one of your Valentino bags that I got you 3 months ago," and that's okay. I can't, you can't get the new Gucci's this month. You got to kind of, work with what you had last season. I mean, but you understand that. And when the love is there, when the love is there, there's nothing else that really matters. You can get through whatever you need to get through. But I think that we covered that finance with men, you know, and with the confidence, you know, and with ambition, what your goals are, what, you know, all that good stuff. That is a part of fashion.
Yeah.
It makes you look good. So fashion, what makes you look good,
Oh yeah,
is
because
not
you got
just
that
putting
check.
on a
You're
suit.
not going.
You gonna look good.
You're gonna make sure
You
that
don't, you know,
reflects.
it doesn't.
When you feel good, you look good, and when you look good, you feel good. Vice versa.
Yeah,
All right. So
so-
where are we at now?
So we got number 7. Number
yeah.
7 would be, for me, I could deal. I
you.
prefer no earrings, but I can deal with it. I can deal with.
I had my ears pierced one time in
I can
college,
deal with it,
and
though.
that was because my homegirl pierced them, and it was in college. Like I was a freshman in college, and she did it in her dorm. She's like, "Oh, I can pierce your ears. I got something that'll pierce your ears." I was like, "Bet." Before that, even in high school, because I back in the
was your
day, I remember
response?
everybody bet. I knew back in the day, everybody was wearing like the little one earring, left ear.
I could
They
deal
was
with
wearing
that.
the one earring.
I
That
could
was
deal
back
with
when
that.
people had a little hoop, the one little hoop and everything, you know. So I was like, I'm straight. I never had earrings, and so
Yeah.
then I let her do that in college, and then one hole was right here,
had a titty?
and then the other one was like at the bottom of my. I'm like, yo, my earrings
It was
are
like a
they're
keloid?
not even, no, I don't keloid, but it
was
uneven.
whoppy.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
like,
you took it out.
Like I need to tilt my head to the side just so my earrings will be even. And I just took them out, man, and never let them grow back, and I've never had earrings since.
Well, I can deal with it though. You know, I don't think there's
If you're not overdoing it,
Yeah,
if you
there's
don't
a
wear
tasteful,
earrings, less is more, and it has to be
Right.
done with certain. You know, some people overdo it, man. I done seen dudes. With
I mean,
like
when
the
you get
two-
to a certain point though, to where you just there,
yeah.
you can wear whatever you want. I mean, this is all my, you know, if I had a man, what I would want, you know, but I could deal with
So you
earrings.
said no earrings.
No earrings.
And what else?
And then rings.
What about rings?
If you're not married.
No rings.
No.
I seen a dude today in the barber. I seen him today. He had a ring, a pinky ring, and another ring right here.
Oh, my
And then
God.
like a ring on his finger right here.
I
didn't know what he was doing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
I
he won a
have to- let me tell
championship
you.
in
Let
high
me
school.
pull the
that
mic closer.
He wanted to.
I hate pinky rings.
What does
The
it give you?
history behind pinky
What does it give you
rings-
the feel of when you see a
Pimps.
Yeah.
Pimps wear those to kind of so people can
Especially if they got the
identify
long-
that
the
they,
long nail.
you know, I hate pinky rings. I hate it.
Especially if they got the long nail to go
Yeah.
with it.
If you're not married, you know, if we're in a relationship and I didn't buy you the ring, we're just not gonna do the ring.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave the ring alone.
So no rings,
No rings.
and no earrings.
No
Just
rings.
keep
Unless
it
you
simple.
married.
Basically, unless you married.
Wear your wedding ring.
Well, you're not gonna be dating a man that's
no,
got on
I'm
a
saying
ring.
I'm telling men that. But
So-
if it was my man, if I didn't buy
But
you the
you said
ring,
you wouldn't buy him a ring. What if you saw like a really dope? Nah, that's kind of weird. Just to buy
Yeah.
a man a ring, period. And you, especially if y'all just dating.
he probably gonna look at me like, babe. I
Yeah,
mean,
what you trying to say?
Of all things.
Yeah, what you trying to
And
say?
you know I don't want to give off the notation that I'm trying to go anywhere serious.
Oh, we know because
So,
if he acts like he's
If I
getting
find
serious.
you, if I buy you a ring, I'm thinking I'm kind of giving you the wrong impression.
Right.
So
right.
we just gonna
Unless
stay away
it's
from
a parting
the rings.
gift.
A parting gift. I'm not that bad.
Oh man, all right, man, this is funny, man. Number 8, what you got? What you got?
I like a nice watch. You know, your watch can be universal. Usually men have, you know, of course you got your Apple watches. I love them, you know. Or you could have one nice gold watch and one nice, you know, silver watch. And it kind of go with anything that you wear, you know. I don't think that your watch should be huge
Yeah.
with a bunch of diamonds and all. I mean, whatever you're going for, whatever look, you know, you want to. For me, I'm talking about a modern, tasteful man. So you're going to have a nice, you show him your watch. Like,
Keep it nice and simple.
it's just a nice, simple, you know, a nice, you know, watch. And
Keep it
you
classy.
you can, you know, when you get up there a little bit, you go with your Rolexes, okay? But
You can't wear them
if
every
you-
day like today.
you can't do it
You got to
every-
keep those in the box.
you got-
You know what I'm saying? Mine are in the box.
But for every day,
at the
you,
store.
you know, you got your fossils and things like that, you know. So I think that that's, you know, very good. And belts. You know, you can get your Ferragamos and your Gucci's and all of that.
We had a conversation about belts, about pet peeve. Do you feel if a guy's wearing a nice pair of shoes, right? Let's say you got some nice Gucci shoes on, you got some nice whatever.
Right.
Or just it doesn't even have to be nice. There can be some nice shoes, nice leather, and a nice texture, nice color. Does the belt have to match?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like matching color for color anyway.
So you would be okay with a black belt and some brown shoes?
Oh, no.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say, well, on a man. For a woman, I don't wear belts. But that doesn't mean that a woman doesn't have to wear belts. That's just me. I don't wear belts. You know, I get my
your clothes.
pants
You focus on the
fitted
fit.
to it. Yeah. So, but for a man, especially if you're doing your suit, I love a man in a suit.
Yeah.
I just think suits are amazing.
Yeah.
But I think that of course the belt and the shoe should match. You shouldn't. Now if we're talking about sneakers.
Yeah, see,
we're going in different directions.
I got some like style like
right.
H&M or
different
some
kind
of belts that I wear. And if I'm wearing like some all white shoes with like a nice little suit or something, or I got like some red shoes or just different little sneakers that I'll wear with like different color suits, and I'll just to throw it off. It'll have a hint of maybe whatever color shoes I'm wearing,
or
a hint of what
but you said hint.
Square. Yeah.
Some people get to when you talk about fashion, they get to going, okay, if I'm wearing an orange hat, then I need to wear an orange necklace, and I need to wear orange belt, and I need to wear orange shoes. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
So
it's too much. And then when you overdo it, when you try to match, it's don't. And I even hate it when like if you have on like a dark brown shoes and the belt is like a lighter brown. That even gets on my nerves. I know it's hard to match up your shoes with your belt, but here's a little tip: when you buy your shoes, go immediately and go to whatever store you're in. If they don't have a belt to match in that store, go somewhere else in the mall or to another department store and find a belt. Take your shoes with you into the store and find a belt that matches. It's I'm telling you, you're gonna save yourself a lot of points by just matching the two together, especially when you have on your suit is on point, everything is tailored, you got the fit just right. Now, what we also talked about last week was, or the week before was, if your suit is tailored to a T, like I had on some suit pants the other day, like as soon as I buckled them, I didn't need a belt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had on some very nice shoes, and I had a belt to match, but I had on some very nice shoes.
You don't have to.
But my shirt was tailored too, so I hate when the shirt is puffing out over when you have it tucked in, and it's kind of like it's over.
So you can't just leave it out.
Yeah, I know. My shirt was tailored, so I tucked it in.
But it still was just
it was
perfect.
A nice form fitting. Even
and then
while
you're
it was tucked
slim
in.
too.
Yeah.
So I was telling we was talking about that earlier. That when you're slim, you can kind of get away with a lot more.
Yeah,
you can kind of go do the Forever 21 if you were if you
the
were a
Zara
person
and all that stuff.
that just kind of wanted to save a little bit. Do your Zaras, your Forever 21s. Now when you get a little bit more of a build, then you have to kind of go
try to figure it out, make it work. But as long as you
yeah.
focus on what fits and works for you. All right, cool. Number 7, no earrings. Number 8, nice watch, nice belt. Number 9, what we got for number 9? This is a good little list. We're having a good time with this.
So I would say, have fun sometimes with your suits. Some people, I know guys that have just like one navy suit, one black suit, they may have one brown suit, different colors. Have fun.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Yeah.
If it's the summertime and we're doing more of a summer look, because we do have suits that are for the summer.
Yeah.
You do you something like, I don't know, every guy don't wear floral, but maybe you can do a lighter color, like an orange or something.
Yeah.
And you can kind of play with your handkerchief and, all those things. I was telling one of my male friends earlier, I just can't wait to put a guy in a denim suit.
Ooh.
Oh my God. I mean, it's just so many things that you can do with it, so don't be afraid. I hate when guys wear suits and it just be so normal.
Or even something that I've done with a couple of my suits, because I have a couple of navy suits, but one of my suits, it fits to a T as far as if I'm wearing dress shoes or if I'm going out somewhere formal.
Right.
But another one of my suits, especially I'll wear it to like a wedding or different stuff like this. I purposely had the pants tailored a little bit higher, almost as if that cuffed look, like if you're rolling your legs up, and so that way I can wear it with some nice loafers. I have some nice velvet loafers that I wear with that sometimes, or just stuff, and I can still wear the jacket with it too.
Right.
Or I can just wear the pants by themselves, and I can, like you said, switch up the shirts and different stuff like that, and it just gives you a different feel. It creates a different type of atmosphere. It's still a navy suit, but something as simple as how
just
you tailor the
inch
pants.
or two.
Yeah, just that inch or two.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
It does.
And that way all your suits don't look the same on you too.
And that's the objective. You always can, and there are some times, that you don't have to just necessarily have a button down. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have like a little, a t-shirt like you have on, and you just kind of
Yeah,
wear it in
yeah.
a more casual form.
Yeah, I
So
love
there
that.
are different things that you can do with suits, and that's why I like them so much. I
Yeah.
think they're so complimenting to men. I
And
really
don't
do.
be afraid to hit the accessories on those suits too. You know, you can change it up. Just not
no rings.
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave the
You
rings
don't want to
alone.
leave all 7 rings on your
Yeah,
finger.
we're
you know
gonna
what
leave
I'm
the
saying?
rings alone, but we're gonna we can, and even like something that you have on your wrist. I see a lot of that, with men, and they're looking really nice, So I don't think anything is wrong with that. But when we start going into rings and stuff,
Yeah, as long as
I'm not a fan of that.
My fellas and ladies, moderation is key.
Yeah.
Moderation.
Absolutely.
Everything you do it in moderation. If you do that, that's what we talk about all the times. How if you know the rules, you can break them intelligently.
Right.
You're giving some great tips. What's number 10?
And number 10, I think, is the most. It's minor, but I think it's probably a big attraction to me
Okay.
too as well.
What is that?
With a man, a good briefcase.
Ooh,
I
is
love
that
brief-
like a forgotten, like a lost art
Oh my
nowadays?
God.
Everybody's in the backpack era.
So let me tell you.
Okay, tell me. Go ahead and tell
I
me.
just
Go ahead,
love a
tell me,
man-
girl.
I just love a man with a briefcase.
Even if he ain't got nothing in it?
Yeah, you don't. I
Hey,
don't
brother,
know
you
that.
making it- you
because
sell-
I don't know
you
you.
selling
Remember,
it. Yeah,
I
you
don't know
selling
you.
it.
So, now we're modern day, so we're into the whole bags.
Yeah,
So everybody
yeah.
has the bags, but a briefcase.
Like an actual. Now, when you say brief, not the satchel, because there are
I
some
mean
nice satchels
the
that I've seen
briefcase.
too.
And I know that
Like
you're
an
gonna try
actual
to.
briefcase with the handle that you carry.
And maybe it's just older men.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
the more mature
yeah,
man that I'm interested in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it should be a universal thing.
Well, I
now.
mean, think about even the younger guys that are in school and college and
Yes.
business school. You know, there are a lot of.
You'd get my attention if you had a
yeah,
briefcase.
yeah.
I would be like,
Well, I mean, I think it helps to switch it up, switch up the narrative, switch up the things. So okay, number 1 we got hygiene. That's as far as it relates to like the cologne and different stuff like that. Number 2, you were talking about deodorant and stuff like that.
and groomed and manicured.
Exactly. Number 3, confidence
Yes,
is a must.
it's a must.
Is a must. Not too much,
Not too much.
but the right amount. Okay. Number 4, a healthy level of arrogance.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Underline.
Because it's
So
it's
soon
almost
as
like
you-
the confidence. It's almost
Yeah.
like hand in hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta have
All right,
that.
healthy level of arrogance. Number 5, ambition. Where you going? What you doing with your life?
What you doing?
Now,
I'm
would you be
following
willing
you.
to help them with their ambition?
Yeah, but like I said, I've never been
You
put
gotta
in a
have a-
predicament to where I had to help a man because I date older men. So it's always been.
Listen, baby. Just because they older don't necessarily mean they know where
I've
they
never
going
been
either
with someone
now.
that didn't have it together. So
I'm here. I ain't mad at you.
well, I'm no,
Your
that's not
picker-
entirely true. I did date.
Well, let's
someone
let that lie
And
where
that
it's
didn't-
at. Let it
yeah,
lie. Let it lie.
yeah.
All right, number 6, character. Now, not just how you treat people, but how you treat people also.
You gotta
when they're-
have that.
when no
And
one's
you can
around.
you can have a bad suit on and smell good and look
And
good.
be a jerk.
And then dignity, and you just a low life.
Ooh.
And I don't want you to do
There's
that.
a lot of them out there though.
No, I don't like that.
No. All right. Character, man. Not just how you treat people, but how you also treat people who can't do anything for you.
Wow.
Number 7, the rings. No earrings. No all this extra stuff. on
And
your
if we're gonna do
fingers,
earrings,
all
we're gonna
this.
do earrings in moderation.
Yeah. So you don't like the little piece up here at the top and all. Okay. I just want
Okay.
to make sure.
All
Okay.
right.
What if that's the only one they have? You know what
No.
I'm saying? Okay. I just
Why
wanna
is
make
your
sure.
cartilage pierced? Okay.
Listen. I don't know.
Okay.
Number 8, nice watch,
Nice belt.
nice belt. You can't go. I mean, that's a must-have for anybody. That's not just what a
Gotcha.
woman wants. A man so.
That's like we talked about the blue jean jacket. It's kind of like something you gotta have. so.
Talking about. All right. Where we at? Number 9, have fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Not just with your clothes, but have fun.
Don't
be so uptight. Some people have the best
Yeah.
suits, the
Yeah.
nicest cars, but they don't know how to have fun.
And the suits is just we see it is black. We have the white shirt. Then you have the handkerchief that matches the tie, and then you just have everything is just like. Sometimes just kind of, for me, sometimes I just don't go into a deep thought about what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna say, but I'm just gonna throw a hat on, just throw it. And people are like, oh, that's cute. The less thought, and you just kind of have fun, and you have all these things, and you already successful.
Yeah.
You already going in the right direction. You got your confidence on.
Yeah.
I am the man.
Yeah. And be that.
good.
Be that. Walk in that. Last but not least, I like this one. I really like this one. I'm gonna have to go and find me a little briefcase. You know what I'm saying? But last but not least, briefcase. A nice briefcase. Not the one your pappy had back in '72 that got the dust all over it and then the holes. Go and find you a nice, preferably leather.
I love a
briefcase that is interchangeable that you can take anywhere with you.
And I tell men on my Facebook all the time, like I gave them the little note about the Invictus clone, and they understood.
Yeah.
When I give y'all pointers, you gotta go for it.
Take them, because there's gonna be somebody else. There's somebody else out there like you that
right.
is looking for. Some of this stuff it's preferential, like it's stuff that you personally like. But the majority of this stuff, it can be universal.
Right.
It's not just you speaking for your specific likes, but just there are a lot of women in general that will like a lot of these things. So I really like. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean. Once again, our time has flown by. Like we do this. Like last time you were here, the time just went by like that. Like and I love the fact that we were able to talk about all these different things from a woman's perspective. Because so many times we're talking from Senior Wapo's perspective and my perspective. So to have you here, man, it's been such a pleasure.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
We got to do this again, of
course.
We do. So tell everybody how they can get a hold of you. Tell everybody, exactly. Where they can find you at.
I am on Instagram at CharmedByRucker. That's CharmedByRucker. And then I'm on Facebook. My Facebook business page is Charmed by Rucker, and we'll be up soon with the website. So we're excited about that.
Make sure you holla at her, check her out, man. Thank you so much for being here again. This was an amazing show. Thank you so much. Senor Wapo, man, we miss you. We love you, bro. Hopefully we'll see you next week, man. You over there traveling the world doing it big, but we held it down for you today. And like we always say here, now I'm gonna have you do Kaylin's part. Now he always holds his cup up. You gotta act like Kaylin. He always holds his cup up, and he's like, "You can keep it G."
You can keep it G.
Or I say, you can keep it gentlemanly. And then we always click the thing and say,
okay.
Wait, we kind of messed that up.
Yeah.
Kaylin, we're messing it up, man. All right. You
can
keep it gangster.
You have a B on your.
I got you. I have a B. You say you can keep it gangster. I say you can keep it gentlemanly, but always keep it.
I don't want to say.
Kaylin, we messing this up, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Why do I have to say the gangster word?
This is not happening today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to.
Thank you.
to G is for Gents. We love you, Kaylin. I messed it up. I'm sorry, man. Let's just go ahead and do a toast on out of here, man. Holla at your boy and your girl.
Really? You gonna keep it gangster?
That's what Kaylin.